Hello, everyone. Chris McAdoo here, as always, with the Big Ideas Welcome podcast. On the show today, Dolma Tsundu with Flutter Care. Dolma, how are you today?
I'm great, Chris. Thank you for having me.
No, absolutely. Dolma, I want you to go ahead and tell the folks a little bit about your company, Flutter Care, and I'll let everybody know that Dolma is visiting us with the Techstars Industries of the Future cohort. These are people that are looking to change the world, and Dolma, I think Flutter Care does just that. So tell us a little bit about it.
I'm the CEO and founder of Flutter Care. We are a health technology company that's helping families to have safer and more informed pregnancy experiences. So we develop new technologies to help families monitor their baby's health remotely. Trying to enable families to receive better quality care and to be able to continuously check on their baby's health.
And Dolma, I know you studied integrated engineering as an undergrad, and so you have experience both with hardware and software and everything in between. So what are some of the ways that your experiences as an engineer, as well as some of your experiences as a scientist, as a professional, are informing the decisions you are making with Flutter Care?
Okay, yeah, great question. So I actually started this company while I was still in my undergraduate studies. It was a personal project that I was working on outside of school. It was a really amazing way to bridge both my passion for supporting families and supporting women's health with my interest in innovation. And so I think, just studying engineering was a really great way for me to be exercising this way of thinking about the problems that exist in the world and how technology can be a way to address those. The training that I received through engineering, especially the teamwork that's involved in engineering, I think was really critical to me becoming an entrepreneur. I never expected that I would become an entrepreneur, just like working on projects that I really cared about and then having other people see the potential in them and to see the potential in me was what really drove me to go into entrepreneurship. I'm really grateful for those experiences that I've had.
Wow. Well, did you grow up in an entrepreneurial household?
No, I did not. So this was very foreign to my family. Especially going into entrepreneurship straight out of school. I think, that can be a little bit difficult for parents to grasp, especially when you come from like a family that immigrated here. I think it was really important for me to have that like confidence in myself and belief in the technology, to be able to take that leap. I think they're quite proud of me now, but it's always a little bit scary, which I completely understand.
So coming from a family that may have not been familiar with the entrepreneurial experience, and being able to blend your education, your training, your engineering background with the thing that you are passionate about has to be just incredibly empowering, both for you as well as the folks that you serve. Talk about why maternal health.
Yeah, so for me, it actually comes from quite a personal place. One of the biggest motivations for creating this company was my mother's experiences with her pregnancies. In particular, her pregnancy and birth with me was really difficult, very traumatizing. She almost died giving birth to me. And my name actually comes from that experience. So when she was giving birth to me, she was praying to this Buddhist deity. I was named after that goddess. I think it's a very personal thing. I've seen, how pregnancy has impacted her long term and also how it impacts a family at large as well. And so that's something that I really try to emphasize when I talk about what we're doing with Flutter, is that it not only affects pregnant individuals and their children, but it affects entire families and entire communities as a result as well.
Hmm. And is there enough work being done around this subject?
Yeah, I think it's growing, and I think the voices of families that have had difficult experiences, like experienced stillbirth, I think it's growing a lot stronger. And through Flutter, we've been really fortunate to become very closely connected with these organizations and these communities of people. For example, in Canada, I co-founded an initiative called the Canadian Collaborative for Stillbirth Prevention, which is bringing together different organizations and individuals across Canada to create a national strategy to prevent stillbirths and reduce stillbirths by 30% by the year 2030. And so we've been working with the Public Health Agency of Canada, the Society of Obstetricians and Gynecologists of Canada, to try to put something in place. And yeah, in September 2023, actually, the guidelines around fetal monitoring, specifically around how to track fetal movements and the importance of fetal movements, actually changed. So we're hoping that that will positively impact generations of families.
Wow, what an incredible impact! Let's dig into the nuts and bolts of the actual technology. So, I guess, what are the things that you are looking for? What are the things that your technology introduces that brings about that, you know, the empowering of those families, the empowering of those women?
Yeah, great question. So, one of the best ways for families to be monitoring their baby's health from home right now is by tracking their fetal movements. So, that can look like sitting down for, I don't know, an hour each day and feeling how many movements they feel, or they can count a specific number of movements and then compare how much time it takes to reach that number. And yeah, if there's a change in the pattern, that's typically an early sign that something could be wrong. It could be that the fetus is in distress, and so they are supposed to go seek medical attention right away. But it's really difficult for families to be continuously doing this every single day. It's a huge compliance challenge. It's also a very subjective method of monitoring your baby's health. And so we're essentially trying to help families do this and make it easier for them. We have two different products that we have been working on. The first product was a mobile app that helps families to manually track fetal movements and then to analyze their baby's pattern over time so that they can easily recognize those changes. But our vision was always to be able to make this process completely autonomous with a wearable device to detect those fetal movement patterns, as well as incorporate other parameters like fetal heart rate and uterine contractions. But the app was really a great way for us to provide something to people sooner, and to really understand what the needs of these families are, who responds to these types of technologies, how people receive them. And we've had really positive reception so far, which has just increased our confidence in the potential for a wearable device and how it can help people.
So right now you have an app. It has so you product is in the market. You have thousands of families using this. So I think it's a very important thing to always say, particularly for a technology that is emerging, that you have gone to market. You have put it out there. You have listened and you have responded to the people that you are looking to serve, right? And so that next step, the wearable device. So going from software to hardware, and in a hospital, in a healthcare setting, what are your next steps?
Yes. So building a hardware product, especially a medical device, is completely different than building an app. But we believe that it is necessary in order to address this problem. So while it can be, more costly, take more time, we believe that in the end, like the impact that it will have will be worth it. And so for our next steps, we've actually been doing a great job of developing the device. We have made a lot of progress on the product. So we're just about to do our electrical safety testing of the device, which is super exciting. It'll be a huge milestone for the company because we've been working on it very hard. So that would essentially give us the check mark to be able to use this device in a clinical trial. So it means that it's safe for, a person to put onto their body. And so it'll be a really great validation step for us. And we're feeling really confident about how it'll go, especially because we've been able to accurately detect simulated fetal movements, which is being built based off of fetal biomechanics literature that's available. So yeah, we're really looking forward to this next step and are looking for clinical partners who might be interested in working with us in a clinical trial.
And what does the device literally, what does the device look like? What are you guys building?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, people always want to know this. So what I can share is that it is completely non-invasive, and it goes onto the belly. So it's worn on the belly. And we're trying to make it so that it seamlessly integrates into people's lives. So essentially, you wouldn't even really remember that you're wearing it because it's so comfortable to wear.
Wow. Well, that is incredible. I don't know. It's always fun to me to talk with folks that want to solve big problems, So Dolma, I find it just absolutely fascinating. You've been part of the Techstars Industries of the Future Accelerator. You've come to our humble town here, Knoxville, Tennessee. What has it meant for you and for Flutter Care to be part of that process, that cohort, and even meet and become part of the entrepreneurial ecosystem here?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's been a really wonderful experience. This is my first time participating in an accelerator like this. First of all, being able to connect with other founders has been such a wonderful experience because we're all going through the same types of struggles. Something that's really unique about the program here is that it's called Industries of the Future for a reason. All of the companies are working on something really ambitious. There's a lot of hard tech and deep tech companies, which means a lot more research and development, longer timelines, which can be difficult for other people to understand. So to be around other people who, really understand what it's like to build a company like this has been, just a great experience for me as a founder. The experience being in Knoxville has also been awesome. It was my first time being in Tennessee, being in the south of the US. But I've been, really happy with the experience. Typically when I talk about it with other people, I describe Knoxville as like a warm hug. People here are incredibly kind. It's just a great way to kind of expand my horizons. And now that I'm here, it also does make a lot of sense that the Industries of the Future program exists in Knoxville because you have great partners like the Oak Ridge National Laboratory, which is working on really cutting edge research. They have the world's fastest supercomputer, which is super cool to see in real life. And we've been exploring potential ways to collaborate with their laboratory. And then you have TVA as well as the University of Tennessee. So we've been also looking to connect with the UT Medical Center. So I think Knoxville is a place that has a lot of opportunity, and you can definitely feel that the community wants to lift up the entrepreneurship ecosystem here. So I've been really happy with the experience and very grateful as well.
Well, that's awesome. So Dolma, if someone wants to learn more about Flutter Care and your work, where can they go?
Yes, so you can check out our website, fluttercare.com. You can also send us an email at hello@fluttercare.com, and as well as follow us on social media at Flutter Pregnancy. So thank you so much.
Awesome. Dolma, keep doing what you are doing. Thank you so much for joining us.
My pleasure. Thank you.